So we got up at like when did we get up in the morning?
Is
5
this at
a.m.
the...
This was crack
No,
of dawn.
we got up at like 4:30, I think.
Oh god, we got up so early.
And everything was just wet, covered in water. Nothing was dry the next morning.
We didn't even put the anchor away. We're just like, screw it, let's go.
Well, we wanted it to dry because it was so dewy.
Yeah, it also smelled really bad, so we let it air dry. But hey, we're happy. We got coffee. We had
hair's blowing in the wind.
It does that.
Yeah.
We had some of the best coffee on the planet on the boat.
You bought the cheapest coffee you could find at what, Walmart?
Yeah, or something. It was like 79 cents for an entire jar of coffee. It was horrible.
Yeah,
horrible.
How much of that jar did we drink?
None of it. It was terrible coffee.
After Baton Rouge, it was pretty much no more barges, and it turned into all the ships, the container ships and all this. And some of these ships would throw pretty big wakes. You can see Herbert's getting kind of slammed a little bit here. And you got to remember, he's got over 4 feet of freeboard there, and it's going all the way up to the decks. So the people that do this in the canoe are crazy. They must get swamped. I don't know how they do it. And ship after ship, you got these big loading docks and such. And some of the ships would throw huge wakes. Others wouldn't throw much of a wake at all. The wind was up pretty high because the storms were blowing through. So along with the ship wakes, we had to deal with just wind waves.
We wanted to go check out this building, but we also didn't want to get arrested or shot.
And there it is, New Orleans. I know you're not supposed to pronounce it like that, but I'm from California, so deal with it. But yeah, we finally saw downtown. We were ecstatic.
So we had to wait here for the lock, and it was about a 2-hour wait.
No, we had to wait here for the drawbridge.
The lock is just after the drawbridge. And the big question was, okay, so our alternator was not working, so do we keep the engine running, because it doesn't take a whole lot of power from the battery to keep the engine running, or do we shut the engine off and hope that we have enough battery power to restart it? So that's what we were deciding to do, and we ended up keeping the engine running because we knew the batteries had enough juice to keep it running.
We of course had our 15-horse kicker motor that we could have used, but we tried to avoid using it if we had to. But after about 2 hours, our numbers came up, and it was our turn to go through the lock. First, you had to go through the bridge, which took a little while to go up. And I want to say we dropped about 9 feet or so on this lock, and it took a little while. The lockmaster came out and chatted with us, and he was super cool. Pretty much every lockmaster was really cool, really chill on this trip. After that, there's the blue bridge here. Can't remember the name of it, but it's there, and they went up for us. This little boat here, you're not supposed to go under the bridge while it's still raising, so that's kind of bad form on their part, but I guess they don't really care. And this is one of the, I think it's one of the only clips we have of Herbert on a full plane. We're cruising around 20 knots, 22 knots, somewhere around there. We're just going down the river, trying to get to our marina. And here we are, Seabrook Harbor. This is our destination. That's the final, our final thing. Unpacking Herbert was kind of sad, and it was hot as you can imagine. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and there'll be another video out soon, I'm sure.